everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Kitchen Staples, and as promised, and again, this is my opinion, but things every kitchen slash pantry needs that if you have on hand, you can always whip up a easy, quick, healthy meal for yourself. Let's get started. The first thing I want to touch on is protein. Protein is very important. I usually have tuna or beans or some form of chicken. Now, right now, because it's a busy time and I'm not home a lot and I'm not going to be at work for a little bit, I just have these frozen patties because I don't want to cook chicken and have it go bad. But I always have some form of chicken, whether it be like a rotisserie chicken, plain chicken that I baked and I just have on hand to make things with, or again, these frozen patties that I have. But I always have some sort of protein, including, but not limited to, cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. So just again, some form of protein. The next thing I want to touch on is vegetables, but more specifically frozen vegetables. And the only reason I say frozen vegetables is because if you don't eat them right away, they tend to last a little bit longer, and you can usually get frozen vegetables. They used to be like 10 for 10. Prices have obviously gone up, but you can still get a normal like bag of vegetables for maybe, a little over $1. So I always like to have, green beans, mushrooms. This pepper and onion mix is my favorite. It's got the red, the green, the yellow peppers and onions. I throw this on everything. Broccoli, sugar snap peas, spinach, and usually, again, with the frozen vegetables, they make varieties, so you can get like Asian varieties, an Italian variety, the California blend. I mean, you can get pretty much any kind of vegetable you want, and all you need to do is heat it up, or if you want to, again, with the pepper and onion mix, I would add this on top of like pre-made pizzas or again, omelets. I mean, the possibilities are endless. This next section again is going to come from the refrigerator and the cabinet. The next things I want to touch on, we're getting a little bit closer to condiments, but I'm going to start out olive oil. Always have olive oil. Always have butter. I've been using whipped butter lately. And again, broccoli, love my roasted broccoli, and guacamole cups. I love these things. They just add a little extra depending what you're eating. Salsa is always something good to have on hand. And then of course you have your mayo, your mustard, and your salad dressing. Which one of the things I found entertaining is that HelloFresh provides you with mayo. And I was like, that's something everybody has. But a coworker of mine told me, no, not everybody has mayo. So go figure. And this is also, again, when the Greek yogurt and cottage cheese can come in handy, depending on what you're making. And I usually, again, just because of where I'm at in the week recording this, I usually have some sort of cheese on hand, whether it's sliced cheese, shredded cheese. Yeah, I always have some kind of cheese on hand. I think the only cheese I have right now is crumbled blue cheese. And I use that for salads. Also in this category that I don't want to neglect to mention, I always have bacon bits or bacon crumbles and crispy onions on hand. Again, you can add these to omelets, salads, you can just top things, soups. It's just always a little something to just add a little extra flavor. And speaking of flavor, there are more seasonings than just salt and pepper. I always have onion flakes on hand. I love adding these to things. Ranch seasoning, Italian seasoning, taco seasoning, paprika, chives, garlic, onion powder, chili powder, sage, cumin, cinnamon, basil, and seasonal. Because I did read at one point that most people quit diets because the food can tend to be bland. So you always want to have seasonings on hand. Now, again, a lot of the meal preparation kits that you get send you the seasonings that you need for those recipes. But if you ever want to recreate them or make food on your own, you need seasonings. Now, I said earlier that I like to bake my chicken. And when I bake the chicken, I can tend to put salt and pepper. I'll put ranch on some of it. I'll put taco seasoning on some of it. So I do, you know, I change up the flavor profile of the chicken when I bake it. And also, again, I'm going to go circle back to that roast broccoli. I like to put seasonings on the roast broccoli. Certain stores have a great seasoning section. Not sponsored, but Landis, you can get lost in their seasoning aisle. It's amazing. Okay, we've already touched on vegetables and seasonings. And something else, if you want to just throw a meal together to have around, potatoes. I've been digging these tiny potatoes. But I always have either red potatoes, baking potatoes, these little tiny, some sort of potato is always in my kitchen. Plus, thanks to my parents, I've been on a real, not sponsored by, but the North Sides kit. They have all sorts of rices and pastas, which again make for a really quick and easy dinner. The chicken and broccoli flavor. I'll cook up some broccoli when I'm cooking this up and chicken, and you have a great little meal. This Alfredo, again, add some of those Italian mixed vegetables I was talking about and a little bit of chicken, and voila, you have a quick, easy, and healthy dinner. So I hope you enjoyed this little kitchen staples and things that you can always just have in your kitchen that you can whip up a meal and it's fresh, it's easy, and it's healthier than eating out all the time. In the next episode, I want things that you need in your kitchen to elevate your cooking and baking to the next level. Drop a comment below if there's anything that you want to see that I haven't touched on yet in this series. Any quick, easy, and healthy recipes that you would like to see. And as always, until next time.